All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the That's Some BS YouTube channel where I'm covering anything movie or TV show related. And I've been recently seeing like a trend that's going on TikTok where people will overall talk on like movie or TV show deaths that got to them. And I just seen the one where he named off it spoiled actually one of the shows that well, I was watching it a long time ago, and I kept telling myself, yeah, I'm gonna finish it, I'm gonna finish it, I'm gonna finish it, and never did. So that's the price you have to pay when you don't finish something. Things is gonna get spoiled for you. So but anyways, and just to let y'all know, like a spoiler, it's going to be a spoiler alert for The Walking Dead. So if you are currently watching The Walking Dead and you there's something that's like that you haven't, just overall a spoiler alert is going to be talked about in this video. So I would recommend, if you have not seen all of The Walking Dead, don't watch this video. But if you have seen all of The Walking Dead, continue watching the video. But Walking Dead. Now, out of all of the deaths that has been a part of that show, this one was the one that really did get to me. And it was the one death where it was like, I wouldn't, if you would have asked me like early on, wouldn't have cared. Like if it had been like first, second season, especially the second season, because Carl, he was like, I got tired of Carl after a while. I was all like, Carl, he's not listening to anybody. He got Dell killed in that one episode when he lured that zombie. Well, he didn't like lure it, but he attracted that zombie, and then they followed him like his scent or whatever. However, that zombie tracked them down. But yeah, same zombie gonna go and track. Or I don't know if did he. I'm trying to think. I had to like rewatch the old seasons because I don't think he ever told them guys about that. But I'm like, bro, you got to stay home. So if he would have died like early on, then I probably have been like, you know what, I don't care. But as the time progressed on, and you just kind of seen all of the stuff that he's been through, from him having to kill his mom to losing an eye to almost getting his arm cut off by his dad, like dealing with Negan, like Carl had been. And then there was like more things, oh yeah, then the girl that he liked, that's crazy that she died too. I was all like, yeah, that was a crazy that was a crazy part of the show. I was like, man, when Alpha, when she chopped her head off. Then there was that one girl, she's related to the dude from that 70s show, like Alana Masterson, I think that's her last name. But I think that's her actual or her real name, but I just can't think of her. Man, what was her name in the show? I had to look it up afterwards. But anyways, when she got killed, that was like one of the characters I kind of like had secretly liked. Not so much as a secret, but it was just one of those characters where I was like, dang, really? Like that was like the one character where they wasn't like impactful on the show, but still, I was like, I just like their presence. I like seeing their face on the show. So I was like, dang, man, that's messed up. I seen her all the way. She was hanging with Glenn. And all the way up until now, this how she goes out. I was like, man, yeah, Alpha. I was like shocked, but I was happy that she went. But anyways, back on Carl. Carl, his death had messed me up. No, it did mess me up, and it was more so just the environment of his death, like his father having to like pretty much say his final goodbyes to him. It wasn't something that was quick or sudden. Like he suffered. And then on top of that, it's like you're saying your goodbyes to literally everybody that you know, people that he's seen when he was a kid all the way up until now. More so, speaking, of course his father, and then Daryl, and then who else was it? Who else was? Maybe it was just them two. But I mean, I know they've known him for some time, but still, it was like, I think that was just the hardest. But then the part that where it did really get to me was when his sister, I was about to say Carl's daughter, but no, his sister, when Rick, Shane, I don't know, I want to say it's Rick's daughter, but then when he said, I know it's not my daughter, then that's when I'm like, dang, so it is Shane's daughter. That's messed up. That's crazy. But anyways, but no, so when Judith, when like she was a baby for like pretty much a good portion of the show, I was like, dang, when is she going to get older? I'm like, bruh, like you guys need to do something about this. But no, but she was like, I think like maybe 2, 3, or however old she was. But when Carl was like talking to her, and then they started pulling her away, and then she was crying, I was all like, nope, this this is because I would say I don't usually get like an emotional feeling when watching. I had to say the last time prior before that was when the end of Fast and Furious 7, when Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, they both like drove away. I had to say that was really the only time where I was all like, dang, man. I'm like, this how it ends? I'm like, this what you gonna do to me? I'm like, okay, bet. I see. I was like, that's how it was. But then when it was, when it was Carl though, I was all like, bro, I was just sitting there in silence, like, I'm like, why, man? Like, just y'all can't find. I'm like, this is what happens when you guys don't be trying to find a cure. And I could really get mad at Eugene because I'm all like, bro, you claim that you knew a cure, and that's why I'm like, every time when somebody had died, I probably would have punched him in his face. I probably would have jumped him when Carl died, and then just seeing that environment, hands down, if that had been like some real life situation, and then his sister got the car, I probably had to excuse myself. I'd been like, nah, I gotta go. I just gotta go because they were like in a tunnel area and things. I'm like, I'm just gonna go down one of these tunnels and just cry my eyes out because I can't see stuff like that, man. But yeah, that Carl's death, I would have to say, like, even over Glenn. I know people probably think I'm crazy. Glenn's death would be second. Glenn's death would definitely be second because it was a little sad. It was not little. It was a lot. It was a lot of sad seeing him go. But I'm trying to think, like, who else was it on that show? I'm trying to think. Andrea's death would probably be what. No, I'm playing with y'all. I know you guys are like, whoa, wait a minute. There is this YouTube channel that did that. I was laughing so hard because I was like, you better not end the video off where the number one spot, because they were talking on like the craziest deaths in Walking Dead, and they was all like, and number one is Andrea. I'm like, bro, you would have had people livid. Cause man, she was one of those characters. Now she was a character where I didn't care. I was like, huh? Oh well. I'm all like, let's see what's gonna happen in next week's episode. But she had her cool days. But yeah, cause my thing was is like she kind of just, I give everything a 3-strike rule. She slept she slept with the governor, and then she act like she didn't want to be cool with those guys anymore. And then on top of that, she shot Daryl in his head. Three strikes, you're out. I hit this water bottle. But anyways, 3 strikes, you're out. I'm all like, nah, you messed up. So I'm all like, that's why I'm like, nah, I don't really care. I'm like, maybe unless you do something to take those strikes back, she did it. So I'm all like, you brought that on yourself. So I didn't even really care when she died. But I guess some people probably might have. But anyways, but no, it was crazy though when she died. I was like, dang, I wasn't expecting her to go out. But I'm like, huh, oh well. But Carl, that messed me up, man. That really did. It was just more so the fact that his sister like started just screaming, doing one of them screaming cries. And I was like, bruh, I can't, man. Like, y'all can't do that to me. And then the fact that his father had to hear him, because that was like some dark stuff right there. That was like some stuff where I think if I had been a writer, I'd been like writing it out and be like, dang, this is dark. I'm like, should I crumble this up and do something else? Like he gets like bit in the forehead and then it was like an instant kill. But I'm like, nah, because that ain't never happened before. So then you just gotta keep carrying on. But yeah, I was like, when he pulled that, when he shot and killed himself, and then Rick and Michonne, they just broke down. I was like, man, that's some dark stuff right there. I'm like, shout out to the writers, but I'm like, dang, y'all gotta chill on this. Like, and then even after that, they still don't chill. They're like, no, we just gonna still keep the energy at high levels. Like, I remember after Glenn had died, it was like my nerves was always shot when watching that show. So, Walking Dead, man, it brings out the best out of you and stuff, but and the worst. So, anyways, it's a pretty good show. For those that don't really watch, if you watch this video and you don't watch Walking Dead, you should go watch the show. It's a pretty good show, but yeah, just warning you, there's gonna be a lot of crazy deaths in there. So I'm saying Carl's is like one death. There's gonna be other deaths in that show that I have not mentioned, even though, because there's a lot of deaths that I could have talked about in that show where it was like, dang, man, it was sad. Because there was a particular character that died, and she was, it was just the scenery afterwards. It was like that's messed up, man. Dang. I'm like, all right, cool, but anyways, but it was I would recommend go watching that show and things if y'all haven't. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. There's been another video on the That's Some BS YouTube channel. Stay tuned for some more videos, and peace.